A Killzone Easter egg leaves fans hurt, a new leak for Spider-Man 2 shows more planned bosses, Final Fantasy VII minigames detailed, and an Assassin's Creed remake may be in the works. All that and more in today's PlayStation News Quickfire Edition. Let's get to them. Killzone fans are urging for a new game after discovering a Killzone-themed Easter egg in The Last of Us 2 Remastered. The Easter egg includes Killzone t-shirts for Ellie in the no return mode. The Last of Us remake also included similar Easter eggs with t-shirts for dormant franchises like Resistance and Infamous. Despite fans' desire, a new Killzone game appears unlikely as Guerrilla Games focuses on Horizon. The last we heard about Killzone was when Sony closed the servers for Shadowfall and retired the franchise website in 2021. Would you like Killzone to make a return? Let us know in the comments. The next story includes spoilers for Spider-Man 2 bosses, so if you haven't played the game, skip to the next story with the chapters in the description. Not showing the leaked images, but you can check them with the links in the description. According to leaked elements from the unofficial PC version of the game, more symbiotes from the Life Foundation were considered at some point for the story, with models for Phage, Lasher, Agony, and Riot. Given the symbiotes we fight by the end of the game while rescuing New Yorkers look a lot like them, it indicates the faction had a role in earlier versions of the game. The Life Foundation in the comics is a group that worked as a security force and volunteered for an experiment to see if alien symbiotes could be controlled. Venom was also apparently going to show earlier in Act 2, with the story touching on separation anxiety. Would you have wanted more symbiote bosses in the game? Do you hope they appear as DLC? Voice your opinion in the comments. Moving on, Game Informer had a rapid-fire interview with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth director Naoki Hamaguchi, where he talked about many things including minigames for the upcoming remake sequel. Some of the changes for the upcoming game include the absence of the snowboarding minigame and slight modifications to the CPR minigame. The sequel will allow save data transfer from Final Fantasy VII Remake, with certain portions carried over. Hamaguchi also talked about a lot of other things, including his desire for an Advent Children remake. What's your hype level for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth a little over a month from launch? Share with us in the comments. Another game launching really soon is the remake of the 2006 Persona game Persona 3 Reload. And now we know the download sizes for the PS5 and PS4 versions ahead of its February 2 launch. According to PlayStation Game Size on Twitter, the game will be a little over 25GB on PS5 and over 24GB on PS4. Preloading will be available starting this January 31st. In related Persona news, Atlus has confirmed that Persona 3 Reload will feature Day 1 DLC, including costumes from Persona 4 and 5, battle music, and personas. To the dismay of fans, this is something Atlus has been criticized for in the past, such as when they didn't include extras in Persona 5 Royal. There's no official pricing yet, but the Japanese DLC packs go for around $25. Another Sega game to annoy fans will be Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, as it's placing the New Game Plus feature behind a DLC paywall. Sega and RGG have detailed the expensive editions, showing that the Master Vacation DLC bundle, included in the Deluxe and Ultimate editions, for $15 and $40 extra, is required for access. Some fans are already criticizing Sega's decision, seeing it as a money-centric move for a feature that is often given as part of the full game or in free post-launch patches. There's also concern for the Heroes Booster Pack pre-order bonus, offering faster leveling, as the game may be a grind to play at later levels. Next, Rockstar Games will discontinue the Rockstar editor on PS4 and Xbox One on February 20, deleting all user-uploaded clips. The removal aims to support ongoing updates for Grand Theft Auto 5 and Grand Theft Auto Online on these platforms, with PC, PS5 and Xbox Series users unaffected. To preserve clips, users on last-gen consoles are advised to upload their videos to YouTube before the deadline, with the process outlined on the Rockstar FAQ page. Now let's talk about a possible remake for an Assassin's Creed game being in development at Ubisoft, according to details found on a lead artist's LinkedIn profile. The profile indicates work on an unannounced project starting in September 2023, aligning with previous reports that Ubisoft Singapore would be recreating the popular Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Black Flag was one of the very popular Assassin's Creed games in the PS4 generation, and they may also want to take advantage of the improvements made to naval combat in Skull and Bones. Would you like an Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake? Let us know in the comments. Moving on, Raven Software has apologized for issues with the Warzone Season 1 Reloaded update last Wednesday, acknowledging problems like bugged loadout crates and menu errors. The studio stated they were preparing for the return of fan-favorite features in upcoming seasons, causing conflicts with live player data. Raven also teased the return of Warzone's Rebirth island map and the Specialist bonus, granting all perks. Next, Bandai Namco plans to update the accessibility options in Tekken 8, following safety concerns raised by players and experts. The concern revolves around a colorblind filter in the game's demo that displays characters in black and white stripes, with experts warning that this setting could be harmful, causing issues such as inducing migraines and vertigo. Tekken director Katsuhiro Harada acknowledged the concerns and announced plans to update the accessibility features for the demo and the retail copy when it launches this January 26. Now we have a very worrying fact from the 2024 State of the Game Industry report from GDC. According to it, 35% of game developers have experienced layoffs in the past year, with 56% expressing concern about potential future job cuts. Quality assurance roles were the most affected, with 22% reporting layoffs. The report also explored developer views on unionization, AI, blockchain, accessibility options, and game engines. Speaking of layoffs, Dead by Daylight developer Behaviour Interactive experienced layoffs last week, with around 45 people affected in the Montreal studio. The layoffs occurred between January 9 and 11, with sources suggesting cuts across various departments. The studio later confirmed the layoffs, citing changing market conditions and adjusting project scopes as the reason, and while reassigning talent is their preference, it's not always feasible. The departures are said to represent less than 3% of the total workforce, according to the developer. Another soon-to-be impacted game company is Thunderful Group, as they announced they will be implementing a restructuring program involving significant staff reductions, affecting around 20% of its workforce. The move aims to enhance competitiveness by reducing costs and prioritizing profitable areas. Thunderful Group is known for publishing indie games such as the Steam World Series, but it ended with a mixed Q3 results that saw a 4% revenue increase, but losses going up by over $800,000 year on year, which has made the company target significant cost reductions of up to $10 million. Here's hoping for the best for everyone affected at both Behaviour Interactive and Thunderful Group. Moving into upcoming releases, the upcoming Square Enix game Visions of Mana has narrowed its 2024 release window to this summer. The announcement was made during the past Xbox Developer Direct on Thursday, providing some new look at gameplay. It will arrive for PS4, PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. And The Elder Scrolls Online's next expansion, Gold Road, is set to release in June 2024 for all platforms. It will be introducing the scribing system, where players can collect and customize unique skills called grimoires, with primary, secondary, and tertiary effects. The new system ties into existing skill lines for all classes, and is described as a fictional precursor to potential spellcrafting in the future. Gold Road also features a new zone set in the Westfield region of Cyrodiil, including the iconic city of Skimgrad. And those are the PlayStation stories for today. What are your thoughts on them? Let us know in the comments below, give this video a thumbs up or down to let me know your feedback, check out more content you may like as well, such as PS5 being unstoppable in 2023, and subscribe for more on PlayStation. Thank you so much for watching, my name is Joseph, this is Hype for Games, and let's get hyped!